Hello, I just want to take the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about creating a cast shadow in Photoshop. Now, when we talk about shadows in Photoshop, normally what we talk about are drop shadows, which are great and they do a lot of wonderful things for photos, but sometimes when you create a drop shadow, it doesn't quite work. I've got my layers panel here. Let me drag it over here just real quick for you. Hold on here. Whoops. And I'm going to show you that in this picture I have already separated myself from the background. I duplicated and separated myself from the background. So we'll bring that over here. And I'm going to give myself a drop shadow just to show you what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and put in a drop shadow. Bring it over this far away, and then I'm going to bring it, spread it out a little bit, and just give it some more size. And what you have here is, it's a drop shadow treated by Photoshop, and it looks okay, but it doesn't look natural, and that's not really what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel here, and I want to show you real quickly how to create something that's going to look a little bit more natural. You'll see I already have these created here already, but I'm just going to walk you through the steps real quickly. First of all, I'm going to take this layer that's just me right here, and I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to do a Control J. And with the duplicated layer, I'm going to activate all the pixels. That's holding down the Control or Command key and clicking on the icon on the layer. It's going to create the marching ants. And I'm going to fill it with black. So I'm going to press Option, Delete, and fill that in with black. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Control T, and I'm going to scale it down. So I'll scale it down to about here. This out of the way since we don't need it anymore. And I'm going to press the Control or Command key and grab one of these anchor points and just kind of skew it over a little bit so that it will act more like a shadow. Okay, bring that over a bit more. And bring that up slightly. Make this a little bit larger. And I'm going to go ahead and commit to that. And of course, now I have kind of a shadow, but it doesn't look very shadowy just yet. So I'm going to go to Filter, and I'm going to choose Blur. Gaussian Blur is a good one to choose from. And my Gaussian Blur, I'm going to set it at a little bit heavier than 8.5. Let's go to about 12. And that's looking better. Let me go ahead and move this layer down so that it's underneath my current layer. And of course it's still running a little dark, so I'm going to adjust the opacity down to about 40%. Okay? Now I still have some stuff here that kind of overlays a bit, which is not part of the shadow. It makes it look a little unnatural. So what I will do in this case is just go to the layer mask, and I'm just going to paint out what I don't need. So I'm going to click on the paint on the layer mask, and I'm just going to paint out little portions of the shadow that don't really need to be there. Let's see where else we need to go here. Let's fix that around the heel. Probably a fuzzier edge shadow, a fuzzier edge brush would have worked a little better, but this is fine. So I've got this, the shadow's down. If I end up with a shadow and I need for it to be a darker shadow, like this is at 40, but let's say I'm at 60, I can also choose to make the blend mode for that shadow go to multiply, and that will create sort of a burn-in effect, which will help make it look even more shadowy. So this is definitely more natural looking than the drop shadow. And it didn't take very long at all to fix. So I hope it's something that you'll give a try whenever you need to pop in a drop shadow in your own work. Okay?